The United States just lost a war it didn't even know it was fighting. While Washington celebrates military victories and economic growth numbers, the real battlefield has shifted to something much more dangerous: the war for the global payment system. This week, something unprecedented happened in the shadows of international finance. Brazil quietly activated the BRICS bridge system. And for the first time in 80 years, major economies completed cross-border transactions without touching a single US bank. The American media is not reporting this story, but I can tell you, as someone who spent decades inside the system, this is not just another trade deal. This is the financial equivalent of splitting the atom, and the explosion is coming. You see, the United States has enjoyed what we call monetary imperialism for nearly a century. Every time you buy oil, coffee, or electronics anywhere in the world, those transactions flow through New York banks. Washington collects a tax on every trade, every investment, every breath of the global economy. But that monopoly just ended, and most people don't even realize it happened. My name is Paulo Nogueira Batista Jr. I served as executive director at the International Monetary Fund. I sat across the table from finance ministers of collapsing nations. I know how empires fall. They don't collapse from outside invasions. They collapse when their money stops working. And the American money is about to stop working. Let me explain what happened this week in Brazil. President Lula signed an executive order that sounds boring to most people, but this order just declared independence from the US financial system. Brazil can now trade directly with Russia, China, India, and South Africa using our own central bank digital currencies. No dollars, no SWIFT system, no permission from Washington. Think about what this means. When Brazil sells soybeans to China, we no longer convert our reais to dollars first. We settle the trade instantly using blockchain technology backed by our central banks. The transaction is faster, cheaper, and completely invisible to US regulators. For 50 years, America's greatest weapon was not their military, it was SWIFT, the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. Every international bank transfer in the world flows through this Belgian company controlled by the US Treasury until now. The BRICS bridge is not just an alternative to SWIFT. It is a declaration of war against monetary colonialism, and it's working. In November 2024, Russia and China settled $20 billion in bilateral trade using this new system. In December, India and Brazil completed energy transactions worth $15 billion. By January 2025, South Africa joined the network. The numbers are still small compared to the global economy, but remember, every revolution starts with small numbers. The internet started with a few university computers. The United States just lost a war it didn't even know it was fighting.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. First and foremost, I'd like to give our praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakakadash. I want to give double honor to the elder apostle and elder bishop of Great Millstone, who rule well in teaching us the truth 100% securely. And I would like to give a salutation to the men out there on the highways and byways pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And also, I would like to give a salutation to the Akim and Aquak who are listening and studying to show thyself approved. This is Brother Bayan from the Tulsa, Oklahoma Hebrew Israelite Camp coming back to you with another quick lesson. And this is pretty much a quick lesson based on the downfall of America, aka Babylon the Great, is pretty much on its way. Okay, as you heard in the opening clip, how the United States just pretty much lost a war that it never lost, that it never knew it was in, right? And that is pretty much going into the beast system, which is this RFID CHIP, this technology that they're pretty much starting a race to reign dominance, okay? Because each country pretty much have their own digital currency. With the BRICS nation, you got NATO and the EU and pretty much America, aka Babylon the Great, on one side, right? And both of these countries have their own digital currency, and pretty much BRICS is winning the race, all right? Or they have won the race. Okay, so it's not a surprise that America is going to be is going to fall. Okay, at the point blank period. So what we're looking at is what we're coming down the pipeline is pretty much they're going to become desperate. Okay, they're going to become desperate. All right, and this is why America, when you read the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12, this is why they're going to come down having great wrath, because they know that they have but a short time. They're going to bring their great wrath onto the whole world. Specifically here in America, they're going to eventually force this RFID CHIP technology. Okay, so we actually went over this in the Highways and Hedges this past Sunday. Okay, and right here you can see the title of this paragraph. It says "Winning the 6G race." And this is what they heading for. Okay, and so when you read Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, and it says, "Therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Okay, that short time is pretty much up. All right, so now they have to scramble so they probably don't have, whatever this information is, no matter how true it is, they're gonna have digital dominance. America ain't gonna have the world the dominant dollar anymore. Okay, so more than likely they will scramble. Just analyzing how it's gonna play out, because this is prophecy, right? And more than likely they're going to scramble and force people to take their RFID CHIP up under their digital currency. All right, so they still gonna have some type of control, right? And the people that get it, they're going to be still up under, NATO and the EU, slave pretty much. Cause this is what it is. It's almost a race to see who get the most slaves and so on and so forth, right? And that's pretty much what this RFID CHIP technology is, man. They're going to force and can have total control of of the people, right? Especially everybody that get that mark up under their skin, okay? But right here in this paragraph, it's winning the 6G race. President Trump is taking decisive action to win global race for 6G. 6G network will provide the foundation to operate cutting-edge technology of the next decade, including AI, robotic, implantable technology, and many other advancements. It will also deliver dramatically faster connection speed, ultra-low latency, and higher data capacity. Trump Working Family Tax Cut Act reflects the United States' commitment to win the race to 6G and to be global leaders in developing technology that rely on 6G by auctioning necessary spectrum for a next-generation network. The bold spectrum reallocation plan identified in this memorandum will give American and allied companies the immediate certainty they need regarding which band will be available to plan their 6G network development. The next paragraph is said, delivering American leadership in technological innovation. President Trump is ensuring U.S. dominance in cutting-edge technology, prioritizing innovation and global competitiveness. Trump has prioritized making America a leader in AI, most recently launched the Genesis mission to supercharging scientific discovery. He signed an executive order to restore gold standard science as the cornerstone of federal scientific research to ensure unquestioning American scientific and technological global dominance. President Trump issued an executive order to strengthen the nation's cybersecurity by focusing on critical protection against foreign cyber threats and enhancing secure technology practice. He signed an executive order to promote supersonic aviation in the United States, removing regulatory barriers so that U.S. companies can dominate supersonic flights once again. Okay, so this is that article It's presidency.ucsb.edu. Okay, that's what his article is at, and it was posted December 19, 2025. Okay, and so that's just technology, and that's that RFID technology. Okay, and they about to come down having great wrath, and they're going to take over, or they're going to eventually that hour of temptation is going to come. Okay, so you read that in Revelation chapter 3. Is it Revelation 3? Let's see. Yeah, Revelation 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So that temptation is going to come by this technology. Okay, they're going to take away all resources, all the resources that you can possibly think of, the things that you need to survive in day-to-day life. They're going to attach it to this technology, okay? And that's where them coming down having great wrath, all right? In the beginning, it's going to be sweet, it's going to be sweet like honey, and to the point where that wrath is going to come because a lot of people are not going to go for this technology, okay? So, it's just, to reiterate what's coming down and to let Yasha'Allah know, hey, man, you got to be prepared, man. You got to be prepared, okay? So, I just want to bring this out, just a quick lesson. This is this is something big, big news. This is what the apostle and elder of Great Millstone been talking about, which is when in Revelation 13 and 16, okay? This is that mark. This is that system that's going to prioritize that mark, which is RFID CHIP, okay? Revelation 13 and 16. And then Revelation 14 and 9, it's pretty much telling you not to receive that mark. Because anybody receive that mark, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to rain his fury onto, those individuals, okay? So you basically serving these devils once you receive that mark, okay? So you got to pick a side, all right? You got to pick a side, man. So, that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, is edifying with that. I'm going to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who were well and teaching us the truth, 100% to kill him. Shalom, Shalom, Kwame Yashawala, Shalom.